season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Arizona State Sun Devils offense will have the opening possession of the game. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense, their strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Pride. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. On the move, it's Wagner. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. The Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. From the gun on 3rd down. Finds a tight end. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47. And the Sun Devils are rolling down the field. Caught behind the line. It's Brown. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Right on the money. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Looking to throw again. Pulls it in. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. Wants to go up top. Takes the easy one to the back. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. Looks as if he's going to run it. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. The punt team makes its way onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Oh, what a move.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll run play action. Finds his man. It's Prime. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Off play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. To the air on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
One final play before the end of the quarter. Third down play from the gun. Makes the grab on the left. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. With the run on first and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Second down, he'll throw it. A little release to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Power football with the run. Strong, firm tackle. So they'll send out the field goal unit from the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Give to the running back. Got the first down and more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Off The play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grabbed on the outside, it's Fry. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. To the air on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Working the middle, it's complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wideout. The give to the single back. Makes him talk to the hand. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down. On the direct snap, it's Brown. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. The Sun Devils, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. They'll try to make up for that last one on 2nd and 15. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Butler. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. And they decide to trot out the kicker. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt. And that's going to tie it up.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll run it on the counter. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Pulls it in. It's carry on. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments. Trying to beat him to the left. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the big fella. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. They kick it away on 4th down. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. The screen, he can go. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Working that left side now. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Looking downfield on first down. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll go with a direct snap. Oh, it's loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Fires and picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return to that small change. They take over at the 43.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Complete to start this drive. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Caught over the middle, it's Pride. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Sun Devils getting set on 1st and 10. Give to Brown. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. Inside a minute to play in the half. Might we get a touchdown after all before the break? Got it behind the line. It's Butler. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Turning it on! The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused, made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
And they knock through the extra point for the 10-3 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in South Bend going on. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential.
The Sun Devils will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here come the Irish back on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Off play action. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Pulls and fires complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the he's going to throw deep right side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Butler. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Quick release on the RPO. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. 3rd down, red zone play, crowd alive. Gonna look downfield again. And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
They'll send out the kicker here. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 3rd third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Here's a heat. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He's got it inside the 15. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
All right, defense, I don't know what you're drawing up, but that wasn't it, okay? Wide open wide receivers, miscommunication, whatever it was, got to get that fixed.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's carry on. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Trying to barrel in.
And, you know, if you're the receiver there, you just want to know where the sticks are. Maybe extend your route a little bit more so that you know you get the first down after making the catch.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Irish.
Well, they didn't overthink that one. Fourth and goal down close like that. You just turn around, David, hand it off to the big fella and let him do the rest.
And a lot of times in these situations, fourth down and goal, you see quarterbacks sneak so much. They trust the big running back. They know he's going to drive his feet forward, finish the run, and get the touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Vanderbilt is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jay Cutler, this might not be over just yet. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to South Carolina. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should see.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. And I don't think he got it. The defense stands tall on 3rd and inches. Punt is in the air on 4th down. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. With the catch, it's carry on.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They take the lead with the 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Setting up the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. The Sun Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Off the boot, looking for his man. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Inside a minute to go here in the third. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Wagner. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Backed up now, here's second and long. The play action fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught, it's Butler. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down will open up the final period. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Butler. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Heaves it on the run. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires one high and deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. That brings them to within 1.
And this offense obviously wanted to take the lead, but they chip into the lead a little bit. Now they're going to need their defense. Just give me another opportunity. They only need a field goal in the fourth quarter. Nice job cutting into that lead.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Hand off from the shotgun. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Grab near the marker. It's Carry-On. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the tight end. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. Second and 7. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Fires to the tight end. He stepped out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Quickly to the tight end. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. The give to the back. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on third and short. Looking to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Right down the boulevard. Wait just a second. There is a flag on the play. If this is on the defense, it could be a 1st down. Might be the worst-case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. Give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. Makes the catch. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. 12th play of the drive coming up, but they've got a long way to go here on 3rd down. They want to run this quarterback. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. After another clutch 3rd down conversion, it's 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. Now let's see if they can pull this one out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. And the Sun Devils can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Finds his big tight end. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. The Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Under fire. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
And the Sun Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Grab behind the line. It's Brown. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. They just keep firing. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. He'll keep it himself. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. This crowd knows when to bring it. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.